What is going on with these mysterious drones, these glowing orbs, the earthquakes, these natural weather disasters? Is it all connected, and is it planning for something bigger in the horizon? So let's dive into these glowing orbs and these mysterious drones that are popping up all over the world. If you haven't caught on to it yet, it really started getting fame in the New Jersey area. So New Jersey and the New York area was showing all these different drones that were in the sky, all these glowing orbs that were going on, and we were doing nothing about it. So when you're in the airspace that is federal area, so the state government can only really just monitor and document and take in the reports that the people are providing. This started what I think as orbs. So these glowing orb balls that are in the sky is what a lot of people were reporting at first. Then here comes these drones that are flying really low over everybody's homes, and it's really caused a concern between the citizens of New Jersey and now everywhere. These sightings are starting to pop up all over the world. So in my curiosity, it feels like these drones may be studying whatever the orb is, and then we have this extreme mystery on why our government isn't really doing anything about it. It got me wondering about a lot of other things that have been happening, including the earthquake, the massive earthquake in California that caused the tsunami warning. That was wild. It is crazy that that happened in California, and then it kind of fizzled off into these orbs. If all those things weren't strange enough and weird enough, San Francisco had its first tornado warning ever documented. So we have glowing orbs, we have mysterious drones, we have earthquakes causing potential tsunamis in California. And then in San Francisco, we have tornado warnings in December? What is going on around this world right now? So let's dive into that a little bit more, because you're probably thinking, Zach, all right, you're throwing out a bunch of stuff here, but how are you connecting these dots? Why do you have this all in the same video? And that's what I want to dive into a little bit more here. So in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion and it's speculation, but that's the beautiful part about our minds, is being able to speculate and really try to deep dive and figure out what maybe a further being is, or a further meaning is on some of the stuff that's happening around our world. So let's dive into these orbs first, because I think a lot of things are centering around these orbs and whatever that may be. I believe that is some form of energy. I believe that is an energy pocket of something that is potentially causing some dramatic things happening around us. So there's been reports that they have seen these orbs come out of the ocean, including the drones. We actually have military that is stating that this is happening, and police footage that is in their account saying that these things are coming out of the ocean. Now this is the funny part that it has my mind going wild. Our internet is also in the ocean. So what if there's a chance that this energy's feeding off each other? So we put energy in the ocean, these energy balls are now into the ocean, and somehow maybe they're listening or understanding or observing, and for whatever reason, there's been a change. There has been a shift in what has been the norm to what we have now, meaning these things are coming out of the water. So once we have this energy come out of the water, isn't it fair to say that maybe that is what is connecting and causing some of these extreme weather patterns that we're starting to see? Lo and behold, we also have HAARP, H-A-A-R-P, which I've talked about on this channel before, and I know a lot of my followers know about what this is about. That is a scientific weather device that is based in Alaska, that was made by our US government. Now, it was created to just do some work in the ionosphere and have some scientific studies. However, it has been in the center of a lot of controversy to cause weather events. It's been told that it can be used as a weapon and different things. Now, can we solidify that and say 100% that HAARP is involved in some of these things? No, because there's not actual proof. But we can speculate that with HAARP, with these energy coming out of the ocean, the weather events that are happening, it feels like we're starting to intertwine something here. If that's true, what's the meaning? What is the reasoning of this change that is happening? Are the drones just to observe everything that's going on? Are the orbs leaving because they're preparing for something to happen here on this planet that's bigger than what any of us can even imagine? Should we be truly concerned about what may be happening in the coming days, coming weeks? Is it scary if the orbs leave and the drones are gone? The one thing I never want to do on our channel is create fear, because that is not what we stand for. We stand for sustainability. We stand for living a life that you can thrive in when the world is doing whatever it's going to do. Now, I want you to stay aware of the stuff that's happening. I want you to watch. I don't want you to consume all your time in this, but I do want you to start connecting some dots and seeing if this is a flow that you feel is happening as well. Also, are you seeing these things where you're at? Are you getting footage and clips of these drones and these orbs and the stuff that's happening? I want you to be prepared for anything that's happening. For any kind of event, I want you to be prepared and ready. So what does that look like? You're saying, Zach, okay, we have these something massive is happening because we have orbs leaving the water and they don't want to be here. So what should we do to be ready? There's not a whole lot that you can do for extremes. If there is an absolute extreme thing that's going to happen, you hug your loved ones, you hold them, and then we move on from there. However, I do truly believe that in these certain events, we can be ready to live a thriving life. What does that look like first? Energy. So we need some form of energy source to get us through. And that looks like as small as getting a bunch of batteries. You can have oil lamps, you can have candles, you can even go to solar panels, but that's something that's a little bit more long-term, but you can start working on that. Or wind turbines, wherever you are in this certain area. We need to focus on some form of an energy source first. Secondly, we have to stay warm. We have got to remember that we're in the middle of December. Wood burning stoves and having plenty of wood put back is something that I have begged everyone to do for so long. We could have all the food in the world and all the medicine in the world, but if we freeze to death, that's helping no one. So let's make sure we have some form of a heat source, whether that be a wood burning stove, or say we have propane tanks, we can load up on propane, or whatever that is to have a stockpile to help get us through these winter months. Next, food. We need to make sure that we have a food stockpile that can get us through at least 3 months' time. That is something that in an emergency kit, that is what you want to have, is for 3 months. Now, ideally, you'll have this for a year. You'll have at least a year's worth of food stored back in a safe space. And of course, non-perishables. You want to be using freeze-dried foods or having canned foods, rice, beans, stuff that you can have a lot of, eat a little of, that packs on a lot of calories, because that is the main goal in these areas. After food, medicine. And now this is the part that Stivers Homestead can help you out, is with natural medicine that's not going to go bad, that'll help you with herbal remedies. So right now we have a 10% discount going on at our store where you can get elderberry tinctures for immune boosting. You can get comfrey salve for cuts and scrapes and aches and achy joints and pains. We have all kinds of good stuff in our store right now at a discount that can help you prepare for medical needs. Lastly, you need to focus on something that is going to make sure that you're spiritually and calmly relaxed. Because when we have these extreme events, one thing is, even if we have all the food in the world that we need, if we are crazy and wild and irate and not able to think straight, that's not going to help your family in their time of need. So you need to make sure that you're doing your self-care and making sure that your mind is in a good place and a calm place to be able to answer questions that might need a quick answer, be able to make quick judgments that might require you to make a quick judgment, and focus on doing the right thing for you and your family. That is going to be one of the most important parts if we ever have something to where we're out of internet or our electric's off, or we just can't leave our house for a while, is our mental stability. So make sure that you're focusing on that as well. Okay, so now we have been made aware of what's going on in the world, because maybe some of you all haven't. I know a lot of the news stations and stuff are not picking up a lot of this, or if they are, it's kind of being pushed to the side. So I hope that this has informed you more to maybe do your own investigation on some of the stuff that's happening around the world. I hope it's also empowered you to know that preparedness is not scary. Preparedness is comfort, and being prepared and having a homestead, growing your own food, canning your own food, is a beautiful thing to do. There is no harm in always having some of this stuff put back, having your herbal medicine put back in case something ever was to happen. So I do hope that you feel empowered in this area. I am so curious though on what your thoughts are. Is this happening in your area? Are you all seeing this stuff? Have you been investigating like we have? And what do you think is happening? What do you think is going on? But other than that, y'all, I hope you stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. We love y'all. Bye.